It's going to be weird in Boston this year because for the first time in a long time, no Big Poppy in the postseason. First time since 1999. Now, David Ortiz hit 17 home runs in 76 games with Boston. He slugged .543 for his playoff career, won the 2013 World Series MVP. It's just seemed like, and you know this as a Yankee fan, Dylan McGorty, that every time Big Poppy came up in late game situations, it always seemed to be with something on the line.
It's a big spot. Here comes Big Poppy.
Of course.
Every time. Every big spot, seemingly 34, would amble up to the plate from the on-deck circle,
Here it
cool
comes.
as a cucumber, and it broke my damn heart every time
It's
almost.
going to be tough for you to do. But think of yourself as a Red Sox fan. If you were, who would you want to be the Big Poppy to come up in the big spot, down 2 on, 2 out, bottom 8? Who do you want?
I'll say this, and this is kind of the way I looked at this question, because this is a guy that hasn't exactly delivered the way I think he's capable of, but Xander Bogaerts is a guy the Red Sox need more from. Xander Bogaerts needs to turn back into that guy that we saw in 2016, the guy that hit .320 in 2015. He had over 20 home runs last year, and all across the board, Xander's numbers this year were the worst since 2014. He's 6'2", he's 215 pounds. At the shortstop position, he's a new age middle infielder that can rake. He just hasn't shown it as much this year. If the Red Sox can get Xander Bogaerts to kind of transition into that middle of the order guy that they thought he was going to naturally transition into, I think he can be a guy that can step into that Big Poppy role. We know about Mookie Betts. Mookie Betts is one of the most electric players that the Red Sox features. Go. And he's a guy I think Red Sox fans would probably want to come up. But I really do think that Xander Bogaerts could be the X-Factor type of player. If he has a big playoffs, we know Mookie's good. We know Pedroia is going to give you a professional at bat. Because he's not always the best player, right?
No. Go back to the Yankee world. Scott Brosius would come up in big spots, right? Jim Leyritz, or it could be those kind of guys you forget about. Those are the guys that become heroes and legends in October for this very reason.
This guy was on his way to the start of what's a Hall of Fame career. He's only 25 years old in Bogaerts, but we've seen that regression a little bit. If he can get back out in front and start working better. And part of it is he's been gimpy this year. He's been hurt and dealing with some injuries. If he's finally healthy and can step into that role, I think he could be a guy that can put this team on his back throughout the postseason.
They'll throw up the X in Boston.
They sure will.